Chris with Newvision Asia. Today, a quick video on why I'm always going to say have your products inspected by a third party. That third party, I could say it's your in-house QC personnel or a third party that you've contracted that has no relationship with your factory or the shipping company you're going to use. This comes about because just a couple days ago, I saw someone online in one of the groups, and they were talking about how they had just sent basically their life savings over to a factory before the goods had been loaded by the freight forwarder, because this is what they were told, that they would need to fully pay before the goods could be loaded, then they would get their documentation. I had one, but what had happened is they suddenly couldn't find the freight forwarder anymore. All the emails were going to blank. They didn't know how to make a call over to them, and their own factory had said that the freight forwarder has lost the goods before they're being delivered onto the vessel. This is a common scam that can occur, and it especially occurs to new buyers going overseas. I don't know how this vendor was chosen by them. They had sent a deposit, which is very common. And so now when it came time for the full payment, that there was nothing. They had received some photos showing their goods being made, which led me to believe, I couldn't ask a lot of details. There was a lot of people on this post. But it led me to believe that they were purchasing an open market item that was going to be resold onto Amazon. So now they're at the situation where they paid everything. They can't find anyone, and my one question was, did you have the goods inspected? One-word answer, no. Everyone, people, you have to get these inspections done. It doesn't matter if it's the first order or the 100th order. Every time, get an inspection made. It is peace of mind. It's showing that these goods have your labeling, your packaging, and are about to be loaded into the container. So you can trace what's going on through your goods. If you show them getting loaded into a container and everything looks great, it arrives at the final destination and they're completely soaking wet and all the boxes are destroyed, then that freight forwarder can't say, oh, this must have happened at the time of loading. No, that means there was a hole in the top of the container and water poured in. This is a lesson from experience, but we had the photo so we could make the claim against the forwarder for the value of the goods. Not an ideal situation you want to be in, but worse is playing he said, she said, and then you're not getting anything. You're stuck in the middle. You can't get the money. People will talk about using Alibaba Trade Assurance or through PayPal, but that I'm not 100% sure on how those work out in the times you need to make these claims, because in my past history, the order volumes, we've always been doing TTs. So you definitely want to check that if you're using Alibaba, or how PayPal can benefit you. But again, no matter what you're doing for those payments and their insurance, you need to have documented proof for what has happened. So get that third party. Let the factory know ahead of time that they're going to come and do the inspection. So that puts it in their mind that you are a real player. You know how the process should work. That will protect you and help you avoid these issues of scams, of factories working with a shipper to do this sort of bait and switch and not even produce anything to make the money. Again, I'm not saying all factories are like this, but they're out there. You need to protect yourself. Find those good suppliers. And how do you find a good supplier? Send in a third party to do a social compliance capacity inspection before you even place that first order. Be willing to make that investment. Don't go cheap during that pre-part of your order, or before you're placing the order, or even at the end of the order. That's not where you want to be saving money. Be tight, control your costs, but spend that money for peace of mind. Again, this is Chris with Newvision Asia. Whether the first order or the 100th, always get a third-party inspection.